Welcome to The Explainer. Imagine walking out your back door, looking past the patio furniture, and seeing not just a patch of grass, but a literal gold mine. What if I told you the path to true financial freedom is probably sitting right there, in your backyard? Today, we are breaking down how everyday people are taking ordinary, quiet suburban lawns and turning them into incredibly profitable, life-changing empires. You see, most of us look at our property and just see a lawn to mow, right? It's that dreaded weekend chore, a massive drain on your time and your wallet. But smart entrepreneurs, they look at that exact same space and see a mini farm, an empire waiting to be built. It is a complete mindset shift. Your backyard could literally pull in more cash than your day job. And hey, we are not talking about a cute little side hustle that just pays for your coffee. $500,000. Take a second to let that sink in. $500,000 a year. That is the very real revenue some regular folks are generating, simply because they decided to stop growing grass and start growing cash. Section 1. High-margin premium crops. Okay, so first things first, you absolutely do not need acres of rolling farmland to build wealth. It's all about what you grow. Take saffron, for example. You harvest the stigmas from fall crocus blooms, and those little golden threads command a mind-blowing $2,000 to $10,000 per pound. It's literally more valuable than gold. Or how about microgreens? You can take a $20 tray of seeds, put it on a lit shelf, and turn it into $200 of fresh produce for local chefs in just 7 to 14 days. Talk about fast cash. And gourmet mushrooms like oysters and shiitakes. They explode in dark, humid grow tents in mere weeks. Value isn't about massive space. It's about meeting a specific niche demand. And the opportunities with high-margin botanicals are just huge. The wellness industry is practically begging for domestic medicinal herbs. American ginseng, that can go for up to $600 a pound. Or you could grow specialty peppers, like ghost peppers and Carolina Reapers, which easily fetch $100 a pound when dried. How about cut flowers? A single quarter-acre of seasonal blooms can bring in 50 grand a year from the wedding and events market. Even bonsai trees are an option, where your patience literally compounds the plant's value year after year. Specialized, niche demand creates premium pricing. It's really that simple. Section 2. Micro-livestock and niche proteins. Now, let me ask you something. What do you think is one of the world's most underrated luxury markets? Go ahead, guess. I guarantee it's not cattle, and it's definitely not free-range chickens. The answer? Snails and black soldier flies. Yeah, I know, it sounds a little wild, right? But the weird stuff is exactly where the big money hides. High-end restaurants are absolutely desperate for locally raised escargot from moist, controlled enclosures. And massive agricultural industries, like poultry farming and aquaculture, they are actively hunting for the high-protein feed that black soldier fly larvae provide. You're taking basic organic waste and magically transforming it into high-end luxury products. And think about the tiny footprint here. You can fit a dozen quail in the space you'd need for just 2 regular chickens, and their gourmet eggs sell for up to $6 a dozen. How about rabbits? A single doe can produce 40 to 60 offspring a year, giving you premium meat and some of the best organic fertilizer on the planet. Or back to snails. It is a totally silent operation, 0 neighborhood complaints, and live escargot goes for $20 to $40 a pound. These compact creatures give you luxury outputs without the vast space requirements of traditional livestock. Speaking of bizarrely profitable proteins, let's talk about duckweed. Yes, the green stuff most people scrape off ponds and throw away. It is actually a massive 45% protein. It's so wildly efficient and nutritious that NASA actually studied it for feeding astronauts on long space missions. Today, the supplement and animal feed industries pay up to $60 a pound for dried duckweed. It's all about looking at what everyone else calls pond scum and realizing, wait a second, this is actually worth a fortune. Section 3. Mastering the biological loop. This is where things get really cool. A perfect example of a biological loop is aquaponics. It's a completely closed-loop system. Your fish produce waste, which naturally fertilizes your plants. Then those plants clean the water and cycle it right back to the fish. It is an incredibly elegant, capital-efficient setup. You are running one single water source around the clock and creating 2 completely separate income streams at the exact same time, like selling premium tilapia and fresh organic lettuce. And when we talk about biological loops, keep this number in your head, $30. That's what people will gladly pay for just a 5-pound bag of premium worm castings. Using a process called vermicomposting, you let red wiggler worms gorge on completely free organic waste, like kitchen scraps and cardboard. They process it into rich black castings, which is basically the most nutrient-dense soil amendment money can buy. You are literally generating pure profit out of garbage.
These waste-to-wealth systems are just incredible. Whether it's vermicomposting, making traditional compost that sells for $50 a cubic yard, or collecting black soldier fly frass for premium garden amendments, the economic model is just brilliant. Think about it. Local restaurants, grocery stores, even landscapers, they currently pay to have their organic waste hauled away. They will happily give it to you for free. You take it, let biology do its thing, and sell it right back to the market at a massive premium.
Section 4. Stacking your income streams. I want you to remember this quote. Value isn't determined by size. It's determined by demand meeting limited supply. Commodity thinking is the enemy of profit. When you integrate these highly specialized systems, you aren't fighting giant commercial farms for pennies. You're creating immense value in a hyper-localized niche space.
And this brings us to the ultimate concept. One backyard, multiple cash flows. Let's walk through the actual blueprint of how you stack this. First, your kitchen and garden waste goes straight into the worm bins. Second, you use those protein-rich worms to feed your backyard quail. Third, the quail waste, which is an amazing fertilizer, feeds your high-margin plants or your propagation nursery. And finally, you sell the premium plants, the gourmet quail eggs, and your leftover worm castings for top dollar. Every single output feeds directly into your next income stream. You can even stack income within one single venture. Take beekeeping. A single beehive gives you golden raw honey that sells for $12 to $25 a pound. But it doesn't stop there. You also get beeswax for $10 to $20 a pound, propolis for the health market at $30 to $70 a pound. And get this, local farms will even pay you up to $200 per hive just for pollination services. Nature's hardest workers are literally building a diversified portfolio for you. And you want to talk about compounding math? Let's look at plant propagation. You might spend, $2 on a plant cutting and some soil substrate? Give it a little time, and that matures into a rare plant you can sell for $25. That is a jaw-dropping 1,000% return on investment. You take one plant, grow it into 10, sell 9, keep 1, and do the exact same thing over and over again indefinitely. Biology does all the compounding math for you.
Section 5. Your path to freedom.
So here is the blueprint. Start small, scale fast, build wealth from home. You really don't need hundreds of acres or massive commercial greenhouses to pull this off. You can literally start a microgreens rack in your garage or put a worm bin under your deck for just a few $100 this weekend. It is time to stop looking at your property as a list of chores and start seeing it as the foundation of your new empire.
I want to leave you with one final thought. Will you ever look at your backyard as just a lawn to mow again? Man, I really hope not. The opportunities are literally growing right outside your door, just waiting for you to take that first step. Thanks so much for hanging out with me in this explainer. Now get out there, look at your space differently, and go start building.